Greetings, friend. How are you doing today? I have a question for you. Is your result as wonderful and as great as you would love it to be? Or perhaps in some area of your life, perhaps it's in a relationship with yourself or with others, or in your health, or it is actually in your work and income, you would love to have a better result and a better outcome. I share with you the last 3 days the 4 hidden barriers of success, things that's running in our subconscious mind, and being subconscious, we usually are not aware unless we look into it, that can sneak on us and either keep us from growing and becoming successful, or it's actually cause us to self-sabotage. I shared with you on the first day 3 days ago how I start to subconsciously self-sabotage in a way my result when I was running into the first barrier, hidden barrier of success, which is fear of burden of success. And my fear at that very moment back then was fear of a significant increase in taxes. And then the other and so that is something that's very interesting, how things can be very sneaky to us. And the second fear of the hidden barrier of success, the second hidden barrier of success, is to feel not good enough. And that is something that a lot of time running in many of us, and without us even realizing that. And for some of us, including myself, I've done a lot of personal development work, and I say, oh, I learned to accept myself in this and that and that and that. And then something new comes up, it's a new project comes up, and I just say, oh, who am I going to be doing that? And anytime you say, who am I doing this? That's a hidden things in your subconscious that's actually telling you that you feel not good enough to be doing this, because otherwise we wouldn't be saying that. Feeling fundamentally flawed is the second hidden barrier to success. And then the third hidden barrier of success is fear of outshining, feel like worry that we might hurt somebody's feeling if we become much more successful. And the fourth one is fear of abandonment, fear that if we become very successful, people who are close to us right now might not like us anymore. And so it's wonderful to know all this fear that we have. The question is, what can we do? Knowing the fear, if we can't do anything about it, it's kind of a little bit pointless. And so what can we do if we know that we have all these different hidden barriers to success? The first thing and the most useful thing is just to become aware. My mentor, Mary Morrissey, always used the term shine the light of awareness. Shine the light of awareness. And why is that? Because we can, the hidden barrier, these things that's running in our subconscious, it's like a darkness that holding us back. And when we shine the light of awareness, when we have awareness, a lot of time having that alone can help us move through this. In many cases, things that actually just an imaginary fear. When I discovered a few years ago that I actually had fear of outshining and fear of abandonment in particular area. And this actually stemmed back from early on in my childhood, and back then when I was really young. And thankfully I came to become aware about this when I was like 42 or 43. And but I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that I become aware. And then so I sat there and I was like, oh wow, I have this awareness. And then I start journaling and really look into this fear and find that the fear is completely unreasonable. It's completely strange and unreasonable, actually. And so I let go of that fear in that particular arena of my life, thankfully. And so having an awareness and really look and look into that, and instead of trying to run away from it or become resentful of it, to just kind of look into the fear that we have. And a lot of time when we look in that, it's almost like if we enter a dark room and we have flashlight, we can see some of the things in there. But then if we bring more flashlight or turn on the light, then we could see everything clearly. And a lot of time when we see things clearly, with all the lights that's available there, we realize there is no reasons to be fearful. It's like the concept of the boogeyman, isn't it? The boogeyman in the closets. That's why when kids are scared, oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, we turn on the light and we say, look, there is nothing in here, nobody's here. And the same thing with our fear. We can turn on the light and we like, okay, well, the boogeyman was only just in my mind. It's like it's called, I call it the adult boogeyman. And then the other things that we can do when we recognize we have certain fear, particularly this fear from the four hidden barrier of success, is to actually address it right on. With me, I talked to my accountant. And he said, what are you worrying about? You have absolutely no reasons when I was worrying about the taxes. And then with my friend, if you listen to my share on Tuesday, or yesterday actually, the friend that I have who worried that she would outshine her mother and her sister and even her brother, and that it will cause them to not like her anymore, when she actually talked to them, when she actually really share her concern, she discovered that not only they would love for her to be very successful in relationships, but if she is successful in a relationship, it's actually bringing good not just for her, but also for her family. And so, and the same thing with the doctor's friend that I have. They were like, oh, we would be so proud. That would probably be helpful to help with your cousins and relatives, to have a model to be able to go by, the real life model that they know. And so to really just, if it is a fear that we have that involves somebody, to talk with the persons, to talk with them and share your fear. And yes, it can be a little bit vulnerable, but a lot of time when people do love us, they appreciate us sharing with them, and they want them to support us, and we never know, we might actually be helping them by sharing as well. And then the other thing that I find very helpful when I face this fear is to imagine the worst outcome and be grateful. Imagine the worst outcome and say, is this something that's going to really cost me XYZ? Or is it something that just in my imaginations, would I die from this? Would I go completely homeless from this? And if the answer is no, then perhaps it's something that we kind of created the monsters to be bigger than it actually is. And the other thing that I find very helpful also is to have gratitude, to be grateful for all the wonderful things that we already have. If it's in the relationships, to be grateful for all the relationships that we have in our life that prepare us to where we are now, to have a much an even better, wonderful relationship. For fear of burden of success, well, we absolutely would love to be grateful for the success that we already have, and for the success that's coming, and more success that's coming into our way. And so those are a few things that I find very useful whenever we encounter this hidden barrier of success, the four hidden barrier of success, or other form of fear as well. And the first one's being to shine the light of awareness, turn on the light in the dark room so we can see that there is really no boogeyman in there. And then the second one is to really address it if we could. Talk to the people who are involved, talk to the expert. And then the other thing is to say, what's the worst possible scenario? And is it something as bad as that we thought it's going to be? And then to have gratitude, to be grateful on what we already have, and to be grateful that now that we have this awareness, that there will be even more good coming our ways. And this is Birgit with From Grieving to Joyful Living. I thank you very, very much for watching. I love you very, very much. And please share in the comment below if you'd like to, what fear you discover and perhaps resolve by now, or to reach out to me if you'd like some support. Please feel welcome to share with this video with anyone that you would love. and to share your feedback in the comment below as well. And this is Burjit. I thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to see you again very soon.